Hi, I'm Diana, and I'm glad you're here because I know that you need a pep talk at this time. So, you've cut your hair and you enjoyed your short hairstyle, or maybe you didn't, and now it's time to grow it out, and you're in a very awkward growing out stage, and it might be bad. It might be objectively bad. I lived with a mushroom haircut for a couple of months just recently, and I've just come to this medium short length and I'm in the middle of my growing out too. I'm a professional hair grower outer. And what does that mean? That means I always cut my hair and grow it out. This is how I live my life. So I have some tips and tricks for you to grow out your hair successfully and happily and without stress. I'm making this video because this is the pep talk that I always needed at this growing out stage. I'm going to tell you 10 things that I do to get through this growing out phase successfully and happily and excitedly. There's a lot of fun to be had. I know you don't believe me. Put down those scissors. I know you don't believe me, but let's go. Let's talk. Number one is realize that you are bold. You are brave for cutting your hair in a society that tells you at all costs not to. The media will tell you that it's just not as preferable or as feminine as long hair, and it's just not true. Short hair is so fun and feels great, but sometimes you get tired of it and you want to grow it long again. I get it. Both are good. Short hair and long hair, and in between, it's all good. So the first thing is, I want you to realize that you were brave and bold for taking that risk, and I want you to give yourself a little pat on the back. The next thing you have to do, embrace this in between. You have to embrace it or you're not going to get through it. You're going to either cut it short again or you are going to be sad until it gets long. And you need to embrace where you're at right now. And I think this is a healthy thing for life too, because it's not often black or white, one way or the other. There's a lot of in between. And learning to sit with something that's uncomfortable is a very healthy attitude. Number 3, distract yourself. Yes, you must distract yourself away from wherever you're at in your journey, whether it's grown out pixie, mushroom, mullet. You need to distract yourself away from it. You cannot focus on it. So one good way to distract is take advantage of your in-between shortish length and experiment with larger jewelry, bold jewelry, or the jewelry in a color that really shows off your eyes, your skin. Let me show you some of my favorite that I've worn during my short hair journey. I love these bold, colorful hoops. It's a great time to wear larger jewelry that distracts away from the hair and puts it somewhere else. So today I've gone with all blue jewelry, and that takes the attention away from this and onto this. Distract can also mean distracting yourself from looking in the mirror, keeping busy, diving into a craft, diving into something else, not looking in the mirror as much during this stage. Number 4, experiment. This is the best time to experiment. You won't be here very long. Experiment with styling products, experiment with different shapes, experiment with different styles of clothing. Experiment while you are here. You won't be here very long. I know it feels like forever. You will not be here long. Put down those scissors. And the 5th thing you can do is hide it. You can tie it back with a scarf. You can wear a headband. You can braid your bangs down. There are headbands. There are scarves you can put over your hair. There are ponytail hair extensions. That's my personal favorite. When I was having a day where I really didn't like what I was looking at, I'd put it all back with a headband, tuck it in with bobby pins, and I would just slap that ponytail extension on the back and enjoy my ponytail for the day. And you know what would happen after I did that? The very next day, I didn't feel like dealing with the ponytail. And I actually thought my short hair was kind of cute. It can give you a different perspective, and it can take your mind off of it for a day or a week or however long you feel like slapping that extension ponytail on your head. If you would like to watch my video on those kinds of hair extensions, you can watch this here. Ooh, I also have a video on how to wrap a headband with a pretty scarf, and you can watch that one right here. 6, get help. You can enlist help from a hairdresser. This is not something that I personally do, but this is a piece of advice that most people would give. If you are getting way out of shape and you don't like it at all, you can enlist the help of a hairstylist to keep cutting your hair into shapes that work for you and look your best. I actually do not follow this tip because I think that cutting your hair at all when you're trying to grow it out, it just prolongs the process. If you're going to be cutting off hair, it's obviously not going to be long. So I've tried this. I've tried reshaping my hair, and it just took way longer than it needed to grow out. The most logical piece of advice I can give you is if you can tolerate it, don't cut it. But if you can't tolerate it, a hairstylist will help you get into the right shapes during your journey. It will just take a little longer. 7, instead of on your hairstyle, focus on your scalp health. I started doing this and my hair is growing in so healthy and so strong. Scalp health is underrated. And I think this is my favorite tip. I love to concentrate on my scalp health every day because it feels so good. Let me show you my little tools here. This is a scalp scrubber. I keep this in the shower. And this is my favorite conditioner. This is Not Your Mother's Naturals Aquatic Mint and Coastal Sea Holly Conditioner, and that's a mouthful. But links to both of these things will be down below if you are interested. This conditioner feels so good and so clean and so tingly. I also do buy the matching shampoo, but I don't shampoo very often. I shampoo 2 to 3 times a week, which is actually a lot for some people, but I only shampoo when I have too much product in my hair and it needs to come out. Every day, though, I get my hair very wet and I massage this conditioner into my hair and give my scalp a little scalp massage. I don't comb it through. I just put it on my head and do a little circle. Put it on my head and do a little circle. And I do this all over my head, including at my scalp line. Make sure to get behind your ears into the base of your neck. And it feels so good. This is self-care I did not have in my life before I started growing out my hair. And I love this. I will never stop doing this. Number 8, less heat if you can get away with it. I do not air dry my hair in the winter. And I don't like to go outside feeling cold and clammy. So I do blow dry my hair on a medium heat. I try not to cook it. I actually love the way my hair looks when it's blow dried and moved all around. I very much prefer that to air drying. So if you need to use some heat, go for it, but try not to fry your hair with curling irons and straightening irons. But let me just say this. Sometimes a little straightening iron is your best friend when this part starts to get long enough to mess with, because sometimes it goes in the wrong direction and that's what's messing with your whole look. And you can use that little straightening iron, a little tiny one, to get in there and bring these pieces out. Otherwise, I really try to stay away from the tools that fry. 9, if you're concerned with the speed of your hair growth, you can take hair vitamins. I personally love to take a chewable B vitamin. I love this one from Solar Ray. Again, links are below if you want any of this stuff for yourself. The B vitamins really do help my hair grow a bit faster, but more importantly than that, they improve my mood and my energy. And that's more important than how your hair looks. So you can take B vitamin, you can take a B vitamin complex, you can take a hair growth complex, and it will help your hair grow a little bit faster and a little bit healthier. 10, you can also do a scalp oil treatment, and I do believe this helps a lot. I like to use a rosemary oil at night, right here where my hair is a little bit thinner. In fact, why don't I just show you my hair growth pattern? It's a little bit thinner through my temple area, and I think that's pretty common for people. And I mean, I don't have a problem with hair growth, to be honest. I don't have thin hair, and I don't have a problem with hair loss, at least not yet, right? Anybody could develop that. So I do put some hair oil here where it's just a little bit sparse. It feels good. The rosemary oil tingles. It feels like self-care. I do think I've seen improved hair growth around my hairline. So you can do some hair oils, concentrate on your self-care, put down your scissors. This is your mother talking. I really hope that this little pep talk helped you. It's the pep talk that I needed to put down the scissors and let it grow. It's not going to get long unless you just let it grow. Put down the scissors. I will see you soon.